month, we like to bring up topics that interest our young professional audience. So now we'd like to welcome Gil Sanchez, who's a local attorney with, Sanchez Law Offices here in Tampa. Gil is going to talk to us about starting our own businesses. But first, Gil, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
And
I'd like to say welcome back,
Yeah,
because
welcome
Gil
back.
was essentially, if I'm not mistaken, our first guest on AdCast last September.
Our one-year anniversary is coming up.
What has happened since then, Gil?
Well, I got divorced. I have 4 kids now.
No.
I'm just joking.
Wow.
Well, a lot has happened.
I wasn't going to judge. 4 kids, divorce, that could all be a good thing. I don't know.
Luckily, I'm not a divorce attorney. No, but a lot has happened since then. I started my own business in January, Sanchez Law Offices. I specifically.
I think is that right off of Howard or Armenia over there? I think I see that on the way to work.
Fremont and Kennedy. It's
Okay.
Like 2 blocks from Howard.
All right.
Yeah, near High Park Cafe.
Okay.
It's a good location. But I started that in January, and it's been working hard. I specifically work with small businesses. Hopefully, I can get young professionals to
Absolutely.
To leave their position and then go off on their own. So it's been a very rewarding experience so far.
Tell us a little bit about your background and what you've been involved in the community to get you to where you are today.
Well, actually, I was a co-founder and co-chairman of HYPE, which is Hispanic Young Professionals Entrepreneurs. It's been a wild ride for the past year and a half. We do professional development, networking receptions, and we also work with the community. And one of the programs that I talked about before was Give Back.
Yeah. How did that go last year? Because you were talking about, I remember last time it was going to happen in about a month after you were on here.
Well, Give Back's been a great program. Basically what we do, we go to the high schools or middle schools, and we get about 10 or 15 mentors to go and speak to the different classes. And we tell them and motivate them to move forward, graduate from high school, and then hopefully move on to college or to another trade that they're interested in. So it's been a success, and now we're actually working with Hillsborough Education Foundation doing Take Stock in Children. So we've really taken it a step up.
That's
great.
cool.
Yeah.
HYPE is an excellent young professional organization in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us more about how you started your own business. And I know you have seminars to teach other young professionals how to start their own businesses as well. So tell us about those efforts.
Well, it's been great. I have to first premise by saying that we are very blessed to be in the state of Florida because it's very business friendly and very easy for us to start a company. Now, I do hold seminars, and actually tomorrow, from 6 to 9 p.m., we have a free seminar to the community. It's at Centro Asturiano, which is in Ybor City, and I highly recommend for everybody to attend. It's free and open to the public, and I'll be speaking there along with my partner, Pasha Baker. And actually, through my involvement through the different organizations in the community really allowed me to start up my own business. And half of the battle is being able to have a network that you're going to be able to tap into once you go off on your own.
Mm-hmm. Knowing so much about that and having done it yourself, what is the biggest tip that you could give someone that's interested in going out and starting their own business?
Well, I mean, first of all, you have to have the drive for it. If you are unhappy at work and you think that going off on your own is the right thing to do, you really need to evaluate that, because I think 90% of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. And I think a lot of that is that people think that when they leave their job and they start on their own, that the rain is going to come in, which means all the money's going to be coming in. But really, you have to be a self-motivator. And if you are somebody who is not a diligent person, has good time management skills, who can really motivate yourself and not look for other reinforcement, then maybe you should reassess that and wait at a later time. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. The second part of it is, what are you good at? A lot of people want to start restaurants, and that's probably not the best thing to do. Mm-hmm. And the reason they want to start it up, it's the whole cheers factor, where you walk into your bar to your restaurant, everybody says, oh, Norm. But that's not the reality of it. So really narrow in on what you're good at, your education that you have, the trade or skill, and then from there, along with the passion that you have, is really the fuel for you to start up your own business.
And I've heard so many people say that you need to work professionally for years, build your credibility, build your experience before you start your own business. Do you feel that that's true, or that even very young professionals could start their own businesses as well?
I have seen freshmen in college, right now one of my clients, and they came to me 19 years old, 3 of them over at UF, and they started this company that's now raising over $2-3 million. Wow. And they had absolutely no experience in what they're doing, but they really love music, and they believe that what they were going to do was going to succeed. But that's on a very rare occasion. So if a person has the experience, and the longer they can wait and build that client base and experience, then yes, they're in a better position to succeed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And tell us more about the seminar. I mean, I know you briefly go over, I'm sure it's not a how to start your own business. Do you have different topics every month? How often do these seminars take place? And what other topics do you focus on?
Well, we're going to have a series of 5 seminars because it's impossible to go through how to start your own business in an hour.
So it's a class.
So it's a class, exactly. And it's really a great primer on giving you the tools to think about when you're going to open up your own business. I will talk about the legal perspective of it. What's the best company to choose, if it's an LLC or a corporation, if you have partners, how to raise money, how to ask for money from your friends, family, and fools, which are the 3 places where you raise capital from as an upstart. And so we really go through that whole gamut. And my partner brings in the business aspect. She'll talk about business plans. It's imperative for you to have a business plan. It doesn't have to be 50 pages. It can be 6 or 7 pages. But you really need a business plan as a compass in order to succeed. So these seminars really go through the different stages and how to start it up.
These are all great tips for our young professional audience.
Absolutely.
Tell us one more time where everyone can find out additional information about tomorrow night's seminar.
Well, they can go to sanchezlawoffices.com.
Okay.
And there's a press release right there. They give them the information. Or they can call my office, 813-254-1777. And we can RSVP you. And there'll be some free food there. Some drinks, and have a good time to network and to learn about how to start your own business.
Great.
And do you happen to have the next event after that lined up? Because I know a lot of people might not see this tonight.
Well, if they visit the website, we'll have the other 4 started up. But really, it's going to take place once a month.
Excellent.
Great.
All
So
right.
if they don't pick up tomorrow night, they can come the next month.
Exactly, absolutely.
Just
Great.
hit the
And
ground
if
running.
anybody has any questions and they want to sit down with me and just talk about how to start their own business, I don't charge for the first consultation. Come in, I'll sit down with you for an hour, one-on-one, and I'll kind of give you a primer on how to start it up. So it may not even be a legal advice, but I can at least give you some business advice on how I think it'll be best for you to start up your own business. So I'm flexible.
No, this is great information. Gil, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
And if you're interested in starting your own business, make sure to go to Centro Asturiano tomorrow night from 6 to 9 p.m. If you're not able to make it tomorrow, go to sanchezlawoffices.com to get additional information about Gil's seminars.